Hello everybody, my name is NikoTheLegend, also known as the well-mannered teenager, the snowflake, the rambling idiot, and Vigil, and I hope you all are doing well. Thanks for coming to the NikoTheLegend video here. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. Okay, so we're ready to get down to the nitty-gritty. So I think you guys all know, if you don't know, Chrono Cross is getting a remastered version coming out on April 7th of next month, and it was announced not too long ago, maybe like a month ago, maybe a month and a week. And many of us are very excited for this remaster to come out. I am, especially, and I'm going to stream in its entirety, maybe on YouTube and Twitch, depending. Anyway, so we know that's going on, and we get the slight itch. I'm like, as in like Chrono Trigger, you know, could that be making a possible comeback as well? You know, since Chrono Cross is getting the remaster treatment, is it time for Chrono Trigger to get a remake treatment? Now, I'm just saying this as speculative, I'm saying this in general. I'll let you know my personal opinion on what I think they should do with it. And many of you always appreciate that opinion, but I like to hear what you guys think about it and everything that we read in this article down below in the comments. So, Square Enix is no stranger to bringing back classic franchises or ruining classic franchises or remaking classic franchises. Anyway, you get the idea where I'm going at here. They're just not a stranger. Not Stranger Paradise or whatever, Final Fantasy Origins. I don't know what that game's all about. Just let's not talk about it anymore. But we all know that they're giving us that nostalgic itch. Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters, releasing a lot of Secret of Mana games or Secret of Mana franchise, Saga Frontier games coming back, and all that, so on and so forth, and especially Dragon Quest. Can't forget Dragon Quest. So nowadays they were seeing this quite a lot, very much a lot. Chrono Cross was pretty much the nail in the coffin of like realm of possibilities of these long dead franchises that are making that we thought that they would never come back, and boom, I think to me Chrono Cross was that nail, and I think it's great that it's coming back. But there's, you know, as much as I love Chrono Cross, and that game has been dead in the water for 20 plus years, you know as well as I do, there's another game in the franchise that Square has been giving a bit more love, but has been at the same time at the end of its love cycle some sour grapes. It makes us not pretty happy, and it doesn't just adds to the sugar on top that they updated it recently on PC. That's right, I'm talking about Chrono Trigger, folks, with the PC Steam release. It was the latest well, I say outing, but it could have been an outage for your computer of power because you got so angry at how much they treated it, and they ported the phone version, the iOS version, and that's not what we really wanted. It's not hard to impress gamers, especially when it comes to Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross or any other beloved franchise. We just want it back on how we remember it. Now, this article is mainly talking about how Square Enix is wanting more 2D HD remakes. I know I got the foundation out of the way. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty. Don't worry. So, why do you think they're doing that? Is it because they can make the money? Is it because they enjoy doing it, or are they just they're just out of ideas? Let's see what other games we can work on. Blah blah blah. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I figured it out yet, but we know they like doing it though. So Square Enix president Yusuke Matsuda has ordered more HD 2D remakes of SNES games. Yeah, that's quote. Well, you know, a quote from the article that I'm reading, not a quote from the president saying that. Could a Chrono Trigger remaster be on the way? Now, you guys let me know. The question is, do you want a remaster, do you want a remake, or you want it to be left alone? I'll let you know my answer at the end. Square Enix loves to re-release classic games on practically every platform known to man. Yeah, I've already said this. And the new HD 2D art style offers a unique opportunity to resurrect retro games with new enhanced graphics. The HD 2D way started with Octopath Traveler, and then Square Enix upgraded its original Final Fantasy games. Now, the engine could overhaul other old school SNES games, including the beloved RPG Chrono Trigger. Now, that adjective, beloved, I want it to stay that way. Besides the PC Steam release, all the other releases of Chrono Trigger have been great, in my opinion. Quote, the president ordered us to make more use of HD 2D, so we decided to think about remakes of past titles. unquote. Producer Tomoya Asano, I'm going to butcher that, I know, said in recent Square Enix stream in Japanese, quote, so we lined up possible titles and thought about which could be done in HD 2D and brought them to the president, including titles released by Square Enix or Super Famicom. I think I said that wrong. Ones which were suitable for HD 2D, unquote. What could be suitable than Chrono Trigger? Publisher is already remastering Chrono Cross for a special release on Nintendo Switch and every other platform out there known to man. The same could happen with the old school classic. You know what to do, Square Enix. Yeah, do they really know what to do? Anyway, that's it. And there's this hour-long stream video in Japanese, that probably where they got their sources from. It looks like one big meeting. Anyway, folks, there you go. That's food for thought, right? You know what I think? Honestly, I'm okay the way Chrono Trigger is. Seriously, I am. I think Chrono Trigger is a timeless classic. The SNES, the SNES version, the PS1, you know, Final Fantasy Chronicles version was great. I like the cutscenes and everything. Even the DS, you could say, was a great port, you know, on the handheld. But and that's it. Steam release, we don't talk about that. I think it should just be left the way it just keep it beloved, you know. If don't fix what ain't broken, unless it's the Steam release. But if it's the PlayStation version, if it's the SNES version, just do that. Just leave it alone. Now I know they could do a really cool job. We've seen examples of, you know, depending on how you see it, Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, although it's not out on consoles yet, it's just on PC. We've seen what they can do with a Pixel Remaster. We've seen what they can do with that type of art style with Octopath Traveler, Live Alive, or Live Alive, whatever how you say it. Sorry, never played the game, don't know. And then, you know, and then you got Dragon Quest 3, which is also an HD remake, that's HD 2D remake that's coming out, which also looks great. So it is possible that they could do this. It is very possible, but do we want that for Chrono Trigger, though? Since Chrono Trigger has already been getting, you know, kind of, you know, its name tarnished. No, not an Elden Ring pun, no pun intended. Thanks to, like, I hate bringing it up, but people were upset about the PC Steam release, okay? Do you want something like that to possibly happen again? Or do you think Square Enix has finally learned their lesson, considering all the recent titles since, that Steam release of Chrono Trigger from other games that have come out with this particular art style? Do you think this game should deserve the same treatment? I'm saying leave it alone. Just make sure it's the SNES or the PlayStation 1 release. That's me. That's just me. I'm okay with that. Okay? But anybody else who wants differently, let me know. I'd like to hear. Now, listen, I screamed like a fangirl when Chrono Cross Remastered was announced and coming out for not just PlayStation only, but for PC, for Xbox, and Nintendo. Smart ass idea, Square Enix. Not so smart of idea for releasing pixel remasters of Final Fantasy only on Steam or PC, which is a dumb idea. Hopefully they release it on consoles as well. But Chrono Trigger should be a game that, geez, when's the last time we've seen it released on a console? A very long time, my friends, a very long time. Not since PlayStation 1 days. And it would be awesome, you know? It'd be making a big comeback just like Chrono Cross. And then maybe if the gods demanded, if the gods would scream in bloody murder of letting this be, making it possible, a sequel to Chrono Cross. Chrono Trigger, whatever, right? The third game in the franchise. Maybe that is not out of the realm of possibility. Like I said, this Chrono Cross being remastered is a victory in its own right, and it was the final nail in the coffin to make me realize that Square Enix is pretty much going down the list of what they can bring back. But hey, don't let Chrono Trigger be the defining game of getting the HD 2D remake. There are plenty of other games on the Super Nintendo or Super Famicom that have been made by Square and Enix along the way, over time, that many of you would like to see come back as well. And let me know what you want to come back. I want to hear it. What are some games that nobody really talks about that you wish would get the light of day? You wish would get a sequel or a remaster or some kind, or just a re-release, for crying out loud. Anyway, folks, I have been your host, NikoTheLegend, also known as the Well-Mannered Teenager, the Snowflake, Rambling Idiot, and Vigil. I hope you did enjoy this video, guys, because you know, if they keep doing these HD 2D remakes, right, or these remasters, like Chrono Cross, hopefully goes very well for most of us. Hopefully it does enough justice to be like, okay, bring the Chrono franchise back. Keep bringing these HD remakes back. People love them, vice versa. Let's just hope, guys. Let's just hope. Anyway, thanks again, folks. Take care, Pathfinders. And my God, Chrono Cross Remaster is real.
I just want to die.